Hello, and welcome back to another episode on the Create mod. In the last episode, we made the tunnel of doom, of death and destruction. It's a tunnel underground, actually. It's not any of those things. That brings our items from the main storage, like andesite, all the way over. I guess probably I shouldn't have gone this way because it's slower. All the way over along this main belt into building numero dos. Into, oh geez, oh no, I should, oh no, I should really upgrade this oak drawer. Okay, let me do that. Oops, I'm gonna fill up the whole storage system this way. How do we, where's an upgrade? And there we go. That thing is now going to be the main drawer, and I would take all the andesite out of here, but honestly, I don't care. So today we are not going to be working on this fully, mostly because we don't have all the ingredients. I don't know if ingredients are the right word, but we don't have all the doohickeys to get this redstone farm up and working yet. We have andesite. We have a little bit of nether wart, like not a ton, but we have a couple of plots that are automatically harvesting. We do not have blaze rods, which means we need to go to the nether and cheat. And by cheat, I mean go into the settings and make movable spawners movable, which means we could just pick them up and bring them to the overworld. Oop, save, thank you. Honestly, I would be like, oh, that's cheating and blah, 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 but who cares? I want to have the blaze spawner in the overworld so that I don't have to deal with it. I think we will eventually get a full nether-based mob spawner in here that we build in the nether, and we load with chunk loaders, and we do all that stuff, but we can't transport items that way, like through the nether super easily, and it'll be a huge project, so I'm gonna push it off by being lazy and cheating. This does mean, though, that we can now go pick up a blaze spawner. I do need a minecart first, though, and I might want to get a couple, because as I was just fidgeting, you saw that we have a spawning room here anyway. I think, and this might be wrong, I could just throw in like 3 blaze spawners here and they'll spawn a bunch at like just so often. So if that's the case, then that'll be sweet. And I might as well try, so I'm just gonna grab a bunch of iron and try to find a bunch of blaze spawners so that we can scam our way into a bajillion blaze rods. Okay, I think the first one, yep, and I've already set it up because I love planning ahead. So we just need to grab a minecart and hopefully do this. It needs to be powered. I don't think I have a lever or a button or anything else. I'm just kidding. I do, and it's a powered toggle. Ow, latch. All right, go back. Ha ha! And then we can just yoink. Easy. So now we just need to do that like 18 million more times, just as many more times as I can find blaze spawners here. Hopefully that is quite often, but I don't have too much faith. We found blaze spawner number 2. I need to evict these folks from their homes and then steal their mother. You know, I don't think that's actually a good way of saying it. I put away my iron. I need another minecart. Stay right here. Ow. All right, we back. Gotta get these things set up. We have an intruder. And yoink, run away. Cool. So that's one more down. We need to find hopefully one more blaze spawner if we can in this fortress. This one's quite big, so we should be able to find something, but I'm not holding out super hope because, I mean, the other one was also pretty big. It's not this big, but it was pretty big, and I didn't find anything there. There's another one. There's a lot of bad guys, though. Haha, success, yoink, go home. That is 3. We should now just be able to put this in the mob spawner thing we already have made, and then it should just start making blazes for us. And we don't need a ton of blaze rods per hour to make this thing go at full speed. I think it's 200. And I don't have any other farm that's up to that speed yet of making the redstone farm run at full speed, so I'm not worried about not getting exactly or more than 200 blaze rods per hour. We'll see how much 3 blaze spawners gets us, and hopefully it's like close to enough. It's definitely going to be more than the amount of andesite, and definitely more than the amount of nether wart that we are making right now. Don't find me and don't shoot me. Oh, it was close. It was close. Didn't get there though. All right, we're back here. I'm gonna go in here and set up lights first and foremost. All right, so I'm just gonna get the cart assembler in and hope that just pushing these contraptions will work. Okay, it looks like it. And then we're just gonna scooch it down the line, and there goes the minecart. That's okay. And keep placing these until we get all 3 of them in. That's number 2. Uh-oh. That is not super duper. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Well, there is good news, is that this is gonna work really well, I think. I suspect. It's just that it's gonna be impossible to, get anything done without just getting pummeled by blazes. I still have 1 more nether brick block to get. Okay, run, run, run. Ooh, that was fast. Where did all my blocks go? Oh no. Okay, I got my 2 granite blocks back. Place them there, and it looks like it's working. It looks like it's working. All my blaze rods are currently just getting voided. But if we replace that with a drawer, and hopefully a blaze rod will come through and get picked up by this, perfect. Then we're just gonna place the backpack back in. Backpack, back. And I need a funnel, but I'm blind, so that's kind of an issue. And there we go. New system in. I probably want to bring this back to the main storage system over there soon. Firstly, because we need to get blaze rods over to the other building. So that's like thing to do number 1. But I want to look in here and see how quickly this is actually going. It looks pretty fast. Ooh, the only issue is the blazes start attacking the stabby thing, which I guess is okay. Yeah, I think it's fine. It doesn't seem to happen too often. And in this short amount of time, we've gotten 10 blaze rods already, which is pretty decent. I do think my guy has looting 3 sword. So we should be getting the max drops that we can. So I'm gonna AFK here for a little bit and just see what we get in like 15 minutes to see how fast this is gonna be. And then we can get to moving all of these items over to the main storage, so then we can bring the blaze rods over to the other side. 15 minutes later, and 200 blaze rods. You know how I said it was gonna be worse than 200 an hour? I lied so badly. Really? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, this means we can try out the system for real this time. We have, well, we had nether wart and andesite. I'm gonna grab some more nether wart before we get this going, just so that we get a full real life test of this thing. Because I think it's been 3-4 episodes since I built the redstone farm and it's still not working at full speed yet. We have 2,500 nether wart. That is quite, that's a few, for sure. Give. There we go. Nether wart has been acquired, and I almost forgot to pick all of it up. Now we can get everything in here. I'm gonna put the nether wart in first, and then the blaze rods, and this should... Oh. Did I forget to place in this gear shift? Oh, sorry, it's a gearbox. Oh, and this should be 2 and not a badillion, I think. Blaze powder is in. This is working. We should be getting... Yeah, baby. Love to see it. I have to now throw all of this netherrack back on the pile and hope that it'll get through it eventually. But we're getting a boatload of redstone, like a boatload, and we should get more andesite in here when it is required, which is great. So we should see andesite being requested once this reaches like, I think it's like a stack and a half. It'll get more andesite. So we do have quite a ways to go. All of our nether wart is in. This thing is gonna burn out pretty quickly, but we're getting, I keep forgetting that I have picked those up, but we are getting a ton of redstone. Look how fast this produces redstone, by the way. This is so dumb. It's so stupid. That's as fast as this belt can go, is how quickly this thing makes redstone. It is a little backed up, so we'll see once it gets back up to normal speed, but I still think, like, are you kidding? This is so fast. It's stupid. While the redstone farm is running, let's get the mob drops here over to the main storage. So there is going to be an issue of everything that isn't these, I want to just void immediately. So what we might want to do is grab a chute or a funnel and have that with a filter go onto a different belt that brings it over, and then the rest get put in this backpack and thrown out. So let's tear this up, and I'm just going to place these over here for the time being. And then we're going to just have a hidden belt because I can't be bothered doing a real one. That just goes all the way over here. I need to dig around this shaft though to, oh, perfect. This tunnel area where we might just be able to go all the way down this way and hook it up, back up to this system, and just have an inverse where we have a barrel with a drawer controller and a chute and have it just go straight in. All right, we got the belt going over to the tunnel that we made last episode. I think I'm gonna excavate a little bit more over on this side just so that we have enough room for everything. I don't know if that's going to be necessary, but I would prefer to have enough room for the future than to have to redo everything. And I don't think it's going to take too long to mine everything out here, especially when I have haste 2 on a backpack thingy. So thank you, the create mod, for that. All right, a big hole has been dug out. I think I'm just going to have it go right over on the edge of this tube. I guess it's a tube, and have it be on like this half and hope that the drawer controller stuff will actually reach it. So this is going to be less pretty of a maintenance tunnel because it's not going to be where the main belt is coming from. This is just for the garbage that we're getting from the mob spawner. So I'm not going to make it look pretty. I'm just going to make it functional. So for the sending system, we're going to need just a boatload of drawer controllers. So I'm just going to place a bunch along, and that counts as oak trim. But then I am also going to want, like, over in this direction, having a little U-turn type of thing where we can get a drawer controller here. So this is still in range, which is good news. And honestly, we might even be able to pull something stupid off like that, because we don't need an on and off switch for it. I'm going to have void upgrades on the drawer controller itself for the bones, rotten flesh, blaze rods, and arrows. So we might just be able to put a funnel straight into it, and that would honestly be so funny. So let's see if it'll work. So we need to go diagonally down, and then I'm not competent enough to do the math myself, so I'm just gonna go skadoosh and then click that one more, and maybe even one more time. Beautiful. And then we're gonna need to power this thing somehow. I'm gonna just hope that this works. No. Oh geez. Okay, that's the wrong way. That's fine. There we go. That's the right way. The redstone went back in, which probably means it's just gonna work super easily. So I think let's sit up there, a little AFK, but like not super AFK. Have this thing loaded in so that boys spawn. Their items gotta go down here. I don't have a chute in yet. Oops. I guess it's a good thing we're testing this. And I'm honestly gonna do a smart chute. I don't know if it's necessary, but a smart chute does have a higher max item count. Like a normal chute can only do 16 items, so a smart chute can do 64. And I would rather not lose some stuff if I can. Oh, there it is. There it went. Where is it? There it is. Go. That worked, which is super great. Now I need to super make sure that all of these 3 have a void upgrade. They do. I'm also totally just going to switch out string and blaze rods because we need the blaze rods to be voided anyway. So we might as well just put them in the same bucket. That's not the right. In the same drawer. Those are the words. I'm so good at talking. So I'm just gonna switch those boys around and put them back in. Let's hope I did it in the right order. I did, because I'm so smart. Beautiful. And maybe honestly I put the string in this drawer and then this one is still empty. Or if the future use of if... Oh, that was good, because if something overflowed, that would have been a problem. All right, this is all in, which means I should be able to AFK over there and get blaze rods in here, which then also means down here, I can set up another identical system here where we have a little belt ski doodle, a smart chute getting blaze rods down onto this thing, and then we can request and receive them from way over here. Let me actually go in the tunnel because that's how tunnels work. From way over in the other building and have blaze rods be stored over there as well. So I think now's the time that I actually have to deal with fixing this because I didn't want to before. Beautiful. And now I just get to right click this for the next 35 minutes. Oh, it's full. Is it? No, okay. I just right clicked too hard. There we go. They're all in there. We have 26,000. And let me get some drawer keys to lock this bad boy and to quantificate. Just put the number on the drawer. That's what that means. And then we could get to putting and setting up the blaze rods in here on this system. That is in, I can now replace the drawer through this thing, and then all andesite will go in here. And then once this fills up, it will stop requesting andesite, which is what we want. And I'm also going to set up blaze rods. This one's just going to go in the 4x2x2 one. And then I'm going to put bone meal, since we do produce a lot of it when that farm is running. I'm going to put that in there. We're not going to connect it yet, but we will eventually. And now we can get connecting with the blaze rods. I'm going to remove those and place the drawer controller slaves connected to it. And then if we head to the other side, we can get the brass funnel in, and then that should be it on this side. So then I just need to set up the filter for the smart chute over on this side and the receiving redstone link over here, and then we're good. So I could probably already hook this up because we don't have that many blaze rods, if any. Yeah, we don't have any. And then we just need to put blaze threshold receive mode, and that's good. That should be set up. So now, whenever we get 16 blaze rods, we can't actually see it from down here, dang it. Once we get 16 blaze rods, we're at 11 already. Once we get 16, it'll send its first packet of blaze rods over. I'm going to quickly, oh, I have actually a bunch of blaze rods over here sitting in these drawers, so I can take all of these stuffs over and put them in the main storage system. So I lied, we only have 6 blaze rods, but that is enough to see this thing in action. So that's back down to 3, and we should see blaze rods zooming along. Yep, we saw them for a second. And if we head over here, we should see them arrive. Boom, in, and I can't see it from over here, but I suspect that actually worked. We should see what, 16 on the dot? Yep, we do. Okay, that means we can now set up this system down here that drops out blaze rods and brings them over here and up to this section. We are connected, blaze rods going in. Now we just need to set up the blaze rod going out distribution-y system, which again, with a big asterisk of I don't know what I'm doing, should be really easy. And that should be good. We should also now see, since this has been on for a second or two, that this is empty. Good. And if I put something in there, it'll immediately be sent over on the belt, up here, and into the barrel. Beautiful. We should see soon, we're basically at 10%. If I lower this to 5%, then it is red. This should no longer send items. It is not, it's red. And then we just need to set up the redstone going into this drawer controller here. What we could do, which actually would be really smart, is to just put it onto this belt, because then we already have it like fully set up. And now we got the redstone system basically set up. I'm just going to need to move this belt down to this block here, so it goes diagonally downward instead of upward. You know what I'm probably going to do? I'm going to get a compacting drawer and put it there for redstone, because we're going to get a boatload of redstone. And I'd like to be able to have enough storage space for it. So I'm going to quickly make the compacting drawer, and then we'll get it in. Oh, maybe we send it back here. That'll be a whole nother belt thingy. But if we put it on this other corner here, it'll be symmetrical and still look pretty cool, I think. Ooh, what could be super cool? So I kind of shot myself in the foot with how this first belt was laid out, because it crosses over. I was going to have this belt go over here and then go that way, but since it crosses over, we're going to have to make this belt cross over too. So I was thinking, why not have a cool catwalk underground system that lets it then cross over onto this side? And I think that would be super dope looking. We could add some crosswalks, add like a belt thing below here that then goes like that. And it would look super cool, I think. And I have to remember that I am building this not for like this first thing. I'm building this so that the other two buildings can also be a part of this system. So I'm gonna want this to go up and around the delivery system and then continue to the next building, which is kind of a big part of it. So we're gonna need this line to probably maybe even eventually connect to the other sending system, but to have it go all the way around and send it back to here. So I'm gonna get this, delivery system in here, and we will be able to, for all of the items that don't require a filter, to just drop it onto this belt and have it go up there and be put away correctly. So I'm not worried about that. Redstone is going to be one of those, because if we fill up on redstone, then I don't need more redstone, so I'm okay with it getting voided or something breaking, because there's absolutely no chance that'll ever happen. And there we go. We can now see, oh, that looks dope. Okay, I'm super excited about this. Now we just got to bring this all the way along. Oh wait, I wanted this even one more block higher so that we can see it. There we go. And right now I'm just prettyifying the underneath bit of this belt so that when we get out of here, it just feels like a continuation of the build. And I think it done a very good job at making this look good. So I'm a big fan. Now, for now, I'm just going to have the belt go ugly directly across here, I think. Or actually, is I'm going to make it turn right into the wall and then out here and then ugly across and then the same thing and then ugly across. And then we'll just have it be over here for now. And then once we build the other buildings, we can set up the long-term full system thing. For now, we're just going to do this. And we have now hooked up a belt that is currently not doing anything other than being a belt, but it goes all the way over this way, around over there, because obviously we don't have a building there yet, and then down this way, which I think looks super cool, and then down underneath, pretty cool, and then up here, quick U-ey, and then over this way to just go diagonally down to here. But eventually we're going to get probably some more systems here for some other items and stuff, and we'll probably have to expand this thing way over this way and maybe do like 2 levels of it. I don't know how many items we're going to need to like take from the main storage system and put into it. So this is all subject to change. But for now, I think we are actually pretty good. I'm going to quickly grab a chute, and all of the items are just going to drop onto here so that they go straight into the chute and then up there. Now that we have the retrieval system in, I am going to first put redstone into the main storage system. And then from the main storage system is going to be like a temporary storage. We're going to get a thing to drop out onto this main belt here. So this is already going to work. We just need a redstone link to turn it on and off. Now that redstone link isn't hooked up to anything, but it will be eventually. So I think now we can actually connect this whole thing up, and there's not a good way to do this. Oh no, there is a good way to do this. It's to turn it off. There we go. Now it's going to be only minorly inconvenient. And then we just connect that, and that should work now. If we reconnect this, redstone going down here into the storage system, we can check that it is going in, and then it's immediately going back out. Perfect. Into and all the way around. You should be seeing redstone here. Oh! Okay, it's a good thing I checked this. It's a very good thing I checked this. Okay, do this and do that. Okay, we're safe. Okay, now that that hiccup is done, that's why you always test things. Because testing is important. We can see the redstone. This is so cool. This is my favorite part. I might switch this to be underground as well, because it's so cool. It's so dope. It's okay. And then we follow it all the way to the end here, and we should see redstone. Ooh, good to know. So putting a block there is going to fix that issue and make it so that all the redstone stops and drops down onto the hopper, which is what we want. And then if we look up here, we should see a bunch of redstone coming in here. Yeah, it works. This is so great. So that is most of the redstone system pretty much done. We are out of nether wart, which is now going to be the bottleneck from now on, because there's no real way to get, well, I think it's 10,000 nether wart per hour with just 2 farms. So we either honestly probably just not going to ever run it at full speed, which is a-okay with me. And I mean, the amount of redstone we have right now and the amount that we can still make is crazy. So I'm not too worried about us running out anytime soon. And then we have this drawer as a backup just in case the main system gets overflowed. Now, though, we can actually get going and making this whole thing into a system that's connected to the main one as well. We have the belt system for the bone meal set up, and it should just be as easy as placing that on there, and then all the bone meal starts going. I also replaced the bone meal normal drawer for a compacting drawer because I do want bone blocks as well as bone meal and the option for that. And this will store way more items than just this one. So I think that's better. So yeah, I think that's all of the farm processing stuff in here done. I am going to quickly fill in a bunch of wired concrete in the gaps so that we don't just have holes everywhere. Ooh, I think the last thing that I should do is reroute this to the correct direction. And by correct direction, I mean way over here and like the super long way around and all that. But I think it'll make it look actually pretty cool. And I know that I said I was gonna just build the thing and be done, but I want to do this now. All right, the whole thing is now hooked up and it should be running. I haven't super tested everywhere, but I think I got the lava in. I think it goes all the way back home. I think it looks super cool with the lava in it, especially when it goes up and over. I think it adds a lot, and that's a really good way for me to power up another pump thing so that you don't see any pumps, you don't see any extra cogs, you just see the lava in the tubes, and then it goes away because it's a lot of lava in tubes, and then it comes back. And then here I just have it going this way for right now because I don't know where it's going, but in a little hidden section I've disconnected that one, and now coming from this tube here, it comes out and is pumped over that way. It's also now pumped this way and up into our steam engines. And now we can fully remove this pump system here that goes up and around and everywhere, which is cool, but a little bit uggo and kind of super in the way. So I'm very excited about being able to remove this, and then we can get the floor in, and then the video might end, or I'll find some other ADHD thing to start doing right away. Even though it doesn't look like it, that is 8 stacks of concrete. I have no idea how this building is this big. It does not feel that big. The floors are now in. I'm just absolutely baffled that there's this much like stuff. It's looking pretty empty right now, but eventually we'll get a lot more machines in, a little small one, couple small ones here, a bigger one in this area somewhere, but that'll come later. So thank you all so much for watching. We made quite a bit of progress still. We finished hooking up both of the farms in the building that we made in 2 episodes, 3 episodes ago, however many episodes ago. The lava works, the items work, so much item transportation. Next episode, we're going to go back to building farms because I'm tired of building tunnels and belts and tunnels. So stick tuned for that. I'll see you all in the next video. Subscribe, like, bye, peace.